Hey, in this video, I'll walk you through how to publish your podcast show on Spotify using the AutoContent API platform. It's a quick and simple process, so let's get started. First of all, you need to make sure you have a Spotify account. You have to start by going to creators.spotify.com and you have to log in using the email address you want to use for your podcast. This is the email address you use for your Spotify account. Um, okay. Step two, create your podcast show on AutoContent API. So now go to the AutoContent API platform and create your show. Clicking on create podcast. Here we are. So you have to add a podcast name. I will create my own podcast here with you. So I will call my podcast The Mind Shift. Then you have to add a host, which is your name or your business name. I'm going to write my name. Then you have to add a website link. This could be your business website. And then you have to add your owner email. This is the email you are using on your Spotify account. So this is my email. This is very important to add the same email. And then you have to add a description, which is a short description of your podcast. This is what Spotify users will see. This is my description. Okay, and now you have to add an image. This is the image that will be shown on the Spotify podcast show. You can choose a file from your computer. I'm going to choose this one. And then we click on create podcast show. Podcast show created successfully. Great. Okay, so now is the time to add episodes to your podcast show. So to add your generated episodes to the show, we have to go to My Podcasts. Here we can see on the unallocated episodes part, there are two episodes I generated, which I want to add to my podcast. So all I have to do is to drag it. So I'm seeing that this is the podcast I want to allocate it into. So I'll just drag the first episode, which is Unmasking True Happiness. And here it goes. So it's already allocated. And I will also allocate the second one. Okay, so they should be allocated in this podcast show. Great. Now we have to go back to create podcast window and copy the link. And this link will be used to integrate our Spotify show, our podcast show into our Spotify account. So we have to go back to creators.spotify. And these are the steps we have to follow, which is click on find an existing show, click on somewhere else. And here we're going to paste the URL we just copied. Looks good. Let's keep going. Click on next. And then they will send a code to your email. Enter the code they sent you. And you're verified. So then Spotify will ask you some questions. And that's it. Here we have, this is my podcast, The Mind Shift. Now you can copy this link and anyone can start listening to your podcast.